Union College men's lacrosse is live here in Schenectady, New York. The Garnet Chargers opening their season here in the middle of February against Bates College Bobcats. My name is Tim LaDuca. I am the Assistant Athletic Communications Director here in the Electric City, and I'm excited to open the season with you for Union men's lacrosse, coming off a 4-10 season last year, missing the playoffs for the first time since 2017, but also a team led by Derek Witheford, who brought them to the doorstep of a national championship just a few years ago, and they look to be getting back to that caliber this year. Their first test in that regard will be Bates College. Bates last season playing in the NESCAC, a formidable group of men's lacrosse teams and women's lacrosse and all sports essentially across Division III. They went 9-7 last season, lost in the first round, their quarterfinal of the NESCAC playoffs. They were 0-5 against ranked teams. However, they did start their season on a 5-game winning streak before really getting into the heart of conference play. Take a look at the starting lineups. First for Bates, number 1, Andrew Toland. Number 6, Dane Jones. Number 12, Benjamin Codner. Number 13, Riley McClure. We'll have his name circled and certainly be talking about number 13 a lot today. Number 15, Alex Irisari. Number 18, Drew McClutchy. Number 24, Teddy Rosen. Number 33, Gray Doyle. Number 48, Miles Schmidt. Also a preseason All-American, so as the face-off guy, we'll be talking about him quite a bit. And, he can do a little bit more with the stick, with the ball on his stick. Rounding out the starting 10 for Bates is Jack Goldbach. For Union, it's number 1, Luke Tranter. Number 2, Jack Lucy. Number 5, Nick Lynch. Number 6, Chris Weitzel. Number 9, Emmett Line. Number 22, Mike Wall. 23, John Sula. 2 important players there for Derek Witheford. Number 28, Kyle Godwin, his sister on the field hockey team here at Union. Number 34, Luke Foster. Number 44, Walker Popko. Walker, the leading scorer from Union last season, transferred in from Stony Brook, was ranked 2nd in the Liberty League in goals per game and 7th in points per game with 3 points every time he stepped out on the lacrosse field. He had a season-best 5 points. It was a career high, actually, for him when he had 4 goals and an assist against the best team in the country and the eventual national champion Tufts Jumbos. All right, 2 teams break after some opening words from the officials, and the 2026 season is just about to begin officially here in Schenectady. As we mentioned, Miles Schmidt, very impressive face-off guy for the Bobcats. 63% on the dot last season. 3rd-team preseason All-American, but he'll lose his first of the year as the ground ball is scooped up by John Sula. And away we go. Union's going to get the first possession here today. Union in all white from the helmets down to the cleats. Bates on the other side wearing a pretty similar garnet color to Union's garnet, with that garnet-colored helmet and the white shorts. First dodge of the game here from Finber Holland, but he doesn't try anything on goal yet. Union with 40 seconds left in their first possession. Powers brings it behind the net. He defers to Wall from that X position. Line still has it. He's got 25 seconds now. Union being selective here on their first possession, trying to make it worth their while to open up the season. Holland knocked to the ground. Good defense there from Dane Jones, it seemed like, but that flag, and it's going to be a penalty. And Union is bailed out there, not getting a shot on their first possession. Drew McCarthy going to the ground after the defense by Dane Jones, but Jones is going to spend 30 seconds in the box, and Union's going to get a power play, a man-up chance here. 2 minutes into play. Jones is going to get rung up for pushing. We'll see if Union can get this second chance opportunity and take advantage of the fortunate situation that just occurred there on their first possession. .15 seconds left in the man up. Shot and goal. There's the first goal of the season, and it's rung up by Brendan Powers. Striking first on the power play. There was 9 seconds left in the Bates penalty, and Union takes a 1-0 lead. Bates hasn't even touched the ball yet. Assist there to Garrett Sallet. But Powers, he's the answer to the trivia question. Who scored the first goal of the 2026 season for Union? Face off again, won by Union. And so they've dominated the first opening 2 minutes here. Already with a 1-goal lead, with a goal on the man up. This was the first shot taken by Union as well. Ground ball picked up there by Wall. Comes out of his next position. He have a chance at a long dodge here against the defender, Alex Irisari. Turned over here, and Bates will have their first possession of the season. It's not the way Bates wants to start. It appeared to be a good defensive stand for the Bobcats at first, but a penalty makes it 1-0 Union. And looks like Bates is not going to be able to successfully clear this one. They will as it goes out of bounds, but just as Bates was crossing the midfield mark, the ball went on the carpet, but nice bounce for them. Goes out of bounds, and they'll be able to set up their offense unencumbered here. We'll get the first chance to see the Bates Bobcats on offense. Henry McCann behind the net. Pass out in front, broken up, and then picked up by Union. Kyle Goodwin makes the turnover, and he gets the clear for Union as well. He'll stay out there for a moment on offense, and he'll be out there for the goal scored by Walker Popko, Union's leading scorer last season. Adds the first one to his tally this campaign, and Garnet Chargers are up 2-0 here. What a great play by Kyle Goodwin, the junior defender from Castleton, Vermont. Transferred in from Skidmore. And he gets the credit there as he caused a turnover in front on a pass from Henry McCann from Bates. Took it the length of the field and then wisely deferring to Walker Popko, and the senior did the rest, doubling Union's lead here early on. All right, and there's the first win on the X for Miles Schmidt. We mentioned that he was nationally recognized for his efforts on the faceoff dot last season. As this shot from Drew McClutchy is blocked, and Union getting set up here for another possession. They're 2 for 2 so far, or I guess 2 for 3. Scoring on 2 of their first 3 possessions, looking to make it 3 for 5. Powers will have it. Making sure he has the right personnel on the field, making way for Mackay Taylor to come out there. One of the leading scorers for Union last season, looking to step up into a little bit bigger of a role after having 15 goals and 6 assists in 2025. defended here by Dane Jones. He's the one who had the penalty, the pushing call that set up Union's first goal of the game. He's looking to batten down the hatches a little bit more here on defense, guarding Emmett Line. Union passing it around. Gets back down to Wall. Wall will survey with 10 seconds left. He's going to have some work to do and some ground to make up. Pass out in front, and a big save there by Andrew Toland. He comes up with his first save of the game. Actually make it his second save of the game. Toland last season, he was the lead man in the crease for the Bobcats. 50 save percentage, 508 to be exact. A little bit more than an 11 goal per game mark. That's the same goals against average pretty much as Nick Lynch for Union, 11.81. His save percentage was, getting closer to 60, up at 592 last season. And he had that stretch of 3 games with 20 saves. Came up with a lot of saves last year, 16th most in the country. He does make the save there, as it was one-on-one in front. Jack Goldbach, he'll stop the bleeding and get Bates on the goal. Goldbach will do it unassisted. And that breaks the ice for the Bobcats here, who we mentioned got off to a really good start last season. 5-0, including a pair of NESCAC wins against Williams and Hamilton. Could say 2 really good teams in the NESCAC, but that would kind of be repetitive, as every team in that conference up in the Northeast is very good. Always iron sharpens iron as well. Always getting a good chance to battle it out against the top competition, including the national champions Tufts last season. Goldbach looking for somewhere to pass it. He's trading passes here with Gray Doyle from behind the net. Defended by Roycroft. He's chasing. Shot there from Jack Morrison. And the Union will have its first clear here against a ride from Bates, but not too much pressure, so they'll get it across and set up their offense relatively easily. It hasn't really been a challenge so far yet this game for Union to get across and complete the clear. But I guess I spoke too soon, as the offsides there gives the ball right back to Bates, who will look to tie things up midway through this first quarter. George Angelopoulos here playing with it a little bit, and his Union comes up with the ball, but got to give a shout out to Angelopoulos, who hails from Niskayuna, New York, right here, essentially in Schenectady. Good lacrosse school. As Angelopoulos is getting run here in his first year at Bates. Bo Bensley passes here to McGovern. McGovern, the brother of Kieran, the assistant coach here at Union, with ties to Bates. Kieran got his coaching debut with the Bobcats a few seasons ago before returning to his alma mater. McGovern here in his second season working with his former coach, Witherford. On the doorstep, and it's saved there, but Union's going to come up with the ground ball. Another good save, though, by Toland. Popko was looking for his second of the game, but Toland was able to make the nice play. And here's an unforced error. As Bo Bensley watches that one roll out of bounds, was really hoping that his teammate McGovern was going to be able to catch up to it. Unfortunately for Bensley, he was not, and that's just an unforced error here for Union that they're going to want back as we have 6 minutes to play in the first period. Pass is wide. Shot is wide, but Goldbach was there to retain possession for the Bobcats. He'll look to break free from below the goal. And McCann ties it up. Goldbach and McCann there teaming up to tie things up 2-2. That's a nice goal. You know, with his momentum carrying him away from the target, he picks the top right corner and ties things up. Henry McCann, a first year from Montclair, New Jersey, getting his first career score. And now we're starting to see Schmidt kind of leave his mark on the game here early on. He lost the first two faceoffs, but with the help of a faceoff violation as well, has won several in a row here now as Bates has made their way back into this game after an early 2-0 lead for Union. Schmidt finally comes off as his shot goes wide, but he's not just a face-off get-off guy. Scored 4 goals last season and had an assist. Of course, racking up 120 ground balls in the process and causing 2 turnovers in his really impressive season last year where he won over 60% of his face-offs. McClure defers, and there's a goal here from Liam Rule, who goes 5-hole there on Lynch. And now Bates has come back with 3 straight goals of their own after going down 2-0. A lot of that beginning with Schmidt's performance on the face-off dot. We take a look at the numbers there. Bates 3 for 5. So the 1 face-offs have led to just about all the goals here. However, Schmidt was not out there for that face-off for Bates. Instead, it was Ryan Chung, and he gets the face-off win regardless. Defense there, both teams looking for it. It was Weitzel who made the good defensive play and earns possession for Union. The ground ball is Matt McKenzie, but he puts it on the carpet. So now that's 2 straight possessions for the Garnet Chargers where they turn it over. And it's led to a 3-goal run for Bates at the moment. They're going to need to come up with a defensive stand here if they wish to stop the bleeding. Union has caused 4 turnovers already, however, on Bates, so more than capable of turning him over. Lynch with 2 saves so far on 5 chances. Knocked to the ground there. McClure, really strong move here. The dodge to the left from Frey goes wide. Riley McClure led the team in scoring last year. He had a career-high 5 goals in a game. 35 times he found the back of the net last season. And coming up with a save there is Lynch, stopping Gray Doyle, a junior from Summit, New Jersey. And a chance to stop the scoring run for Union. Who's going to come up big here? It's Powers and Popko so far for Union. Doesn't use the screen. Holland trying to do it himself, but saved. And Toland now has come up with a couple of big saves already for Bates after allowing the first two to go in. He's got 4 saves on 6 chances. Another big reason why Bates was able to rebound very quickly from that 2-goal lead that Union built on their first 2 possessions. 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Bates with the ball here. Weitzel guarding Goldbach. Goldbach's pass hits the turf. Coming up with the ground ball is Goodwin. You may remember Goodwin came up with a turnover earlier on the Bates in this game and was able to set up for Popko's goal. He comes up with another important ground ball here. Salit. 40 seconds here on the shot clock. A minute left in the quarter. Salit now from the X. Goes to his right. Pass up top. Good play there. McGovern was able to keep it. Pass was way over his head, and he salvages possession. That was going to be another unforced error for the Garnet Chargers. Instead, their leading scorer has it. Pass. McGovern sends it wide. It'll stay with the Garnet Chargers. 20 seconds to go in the shot clock, 45 in the quarter. Popko took his eye off the ball as he was already thinking about trying to sneak one past Toland. There's another turnover uncaused by Bates. Union may be a little bit snake-bitten right now on their own passes. 30 seconds to go here. Bates is going to call a timeout and try to talk things over. They really value this last possession here in the first quarter, trying to double up their lead over Union after trailing 2-0. We'll take a quick break here in Schenectady. Three goals so far for Bates as they lead 3-2. Rule, McCann, and Goldbach are the goal scorers so far for the Bobcats. And after a timeout, they'll have 30 seconds looking to double up Union here in the first game of the 2026 season for either side. Hartman coming downhill. His shot is saved by Lynch. That's a big play there from Union's goalie. 5 seconds left. Union see if they can get a shot off. Long stick with it. Pass to Popko, and he does at the buzzer. Oh, they're going to say that's a good goal. What a possession, and what a huge swing there from the Garnet Chargers. John Sula, an awesome play to defer to Popko. Always a good decision. And Union's leading scorer from a season ago. A huge momentum changer here in the opening 15 minutes as Union is able to tie things back up. Wow, what a play that started on the other end with the save by Lynch. Lynch's outlet pass hit the carpet for a second, but Union was able to find one. That's huge, especially when you consider Dan and Nino calling that timeout there, really valuing that last possession of the first quarter. Obviously seeing that as a big chance for his squad to go up by 2 and really answer the bell after falling down 2-0 against Union on their home field. But the Garnet Chargers are able to make them pay. They had 5 seconds just about to get that one the length of the field, and they did. So it's 3-3 here after 15 minutes of play. We'll take a quick break as the two teams regroup for the second quarter. First possession up in the air here in the second quarter, and it's won by Bates. Drew McClutchy comes up with it, but loses it right away. So Bates had it, was ready to set up in their own side of the field. We'll have to check the play-by-play here to see the who came up with that quick turnover, and really a chance to set the tone here in the second quarter after a highlight reel sequence at the end of the first. Nick Lynch coming up with his 4th save of the game, then helping Union go the distance. Shula has it in his long pole in the offensive zone and defers to Popko, who pots one to tie the game up at 3, and that's where we stand here as Union. Technically the second possession of the second quarter, they're first, but Bates turns it over after winning the ensuing faceoff. 20 seconds here in the shot clock. Union has so far been using just about all 80 seconds. If you remember on their first possession, they took it all the way down before a penalty bailed them out before they even took a shot. They'll have 10 seconds now. Holland, 2 men on him. His pass is broken up by Rosen, and it'll be a shot clock violation there. No harm, no foul for Bates after they turn it over after winning the first faceoff of the second quarter. Looking quickly to get back to work here and retake the lead. It's 3-3 from the early goings of the second quarter. Isles passes back to the X. Goldbach has it. He has one of Bates' 3 goals so far in this game. Jones turns it over. The cause turnover there was from Union's Charlie Cantaros, but then a third unforced error now. I'm going to have to unfortunately start keeping track of that for Union here on my score sheet. 3 uncaused turnovers for them here in the early going. Just passes just haven't been right on the numbers over the heads of their teammates, and I guess you can kind of attribute that to this being the first game of the season for either team, though, so you don't get too many chances here in a college lacrosse season, though, playing just about once a week maybe early on you go Wednesday, Saturday, but the season's here already. It's February 18th. Out of the reach of McCann. He has another one of Bates' goals as he tries to keep it in play. He does. Ball's up for grabs, and Cantaros will come up with it. Cantaros was the one who had that caused turnover on the last play, and then a really acrobatic save there by McKenzie. McKenzie trying to clear it. He got hit right in his grill by Goldbach, and this game is now getting a little frenetic, back and forth, out in front, and McClure scores for Bates. The game getting off the tracks here. Both teams are struggling to complete their passes. That time it was just really a strong ride from Bates to stop the clearing attempt from Union. Goldbach sat his assignment on his wallet, knocked him to the ground, caused a turnover, and McClure had it all by himself with a free run on Lynch, and Lynch did all he could but couldn't come up with the save. Bates back in front, 4-3. Tranter will get the win there. And the referees seem to not be agreeing here. And they're going to say it was offsides on Union. So one referee called a push with the loose ball, awarding the possession in the faceoff win to Tranter. But then immediately the referee on the back end of the play calls an offsides, throws a flag. And now Union's coaching staff is having a discussion here with the third member of the refereeing crew, trying to sort things out. Regardless, it'll be Bates' ball up 1 with 11 minutes to go here in the second quarter. McClure, the leading scorer for the Bobcats. He scored the last one. Doyle is able to recover after dropping the pass there. 48 seconds here on the shot clock. Plenty of time for Bates. Looking to go back up by 2 for the second time. Shot from distance is broken up. It was Owen Faldy who got a stick on it. Comes up with the ground ball and is able to get Union set up on offense. Union's defense is showing its colors here and then quickly scoring there. Popko getting his third of the game. A hat trick already for Walker Popko. And tied up again here with 10:28 left. Popko, the transfer from Division I Stony Brook on Long Island. A captain here, played his high school ball at Canisius. He started off his season last year with a pair of hat tricks and then some, back-to-back 4-goal games. 7 hat tricks last season. Or really 7 3-plus goal games, as several of those had 4. He also had 4 against Skidmore and Vassar in back-to-back games. As the Bobcats answer right back and jump back in the lead here at 10:19 left in the second quarter. Jack Goldbach, the sophomore from West Caldwell, New Jersey, getting past Lynch here. Goldbach had 18 goals and 18 assists last season as a first year. And here's Schmidt. He wins it, and he's going to take it by himself. He passes, and he's going to stay out there for the moment. Timeout by Bates. We'll take the break with them, but when we come back, we have a good game on our hands with 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Bates in front, 5-4. Miles Schmidt, 5 for 8 so far on face-offs, and his team is up 5-4 here in the early goings of the second quarter. Tim LaDuca with you here as Union and Bates open their seasons here in 2026 from the Electric City. Passing around the exterior, defended well by Luke Foster, coming all the way from the Golden Coast in California here in his sophomore season. Shot from distance, denied. Connor Hartman tried it from long range, but Lynch was able to connect on the other end of it. Union looking to clear here. So far, Union 8 for 9, and it's going to be 8 for 10, it looks like. Yep, Bates going to get a second turnover there as Union tries to clear it. Bates, on the other hand, is a perfect 5 for 5 while clearing. The dodge by Hartman to his left. His shot out of bounds. Goldbach was closest to it. He's got 2 goals so far for his squad, leading the way. Another shot from distance, but this time it goes for Connor Hartman, who snipes, getting past Lynch from the same exact spot he tried it the previous possession. This time he's able to make it a 2-goal lead. Schmidt, he comes in standing at 6'3", 220 pounds, and he uses all of that frame to win the possession there. Luke Tranter, the senior faceoff man for Union, his opponent on that one. From the right side, shot goes wide out of the pocket of McClure. Union finding itself down by 2 for the second time today. However, Union had a 2-goal lead of its own, scoring on their first 2 possessions today. Rule with it. from the left side. Doyle. Out in front on the doorstep, shot saved. Charles low, right in front, and Lynch comes up with the point-blank save. Lynch will get in here on the clearing attempt. His pass is off target as Mackay Taylor can't corral it, and it's another turnover on the clear for Union. Now a penalty coming up here. Riley McClure hits the turf there. A little bit of a skid here now for the Garnet Chargers. Having a little bit of trouble clearing it. Their first penalty of the game gives a man-up chance to Bates, looking to return the favor from earlier on in the game when Union scored on the power play themselves. And it's going to be an extended chance on the man-up for Bates. They'll have a minute here on the penalty against Taylor. With 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. How will Union respond here with their backs up against the wall a little bit? Reduced on the field here on the penalty to Taylor after a turnover on the clear. Frey. Hartman. And now McCann. And there's a goal for Bates. They go up 7-4 here with a man-up goal as well to their tally. Hartman gets the goal there, his second of the game, getting equal with Jack Goldbach. This one coming on the man up with 25 seconds left in the extra man opportunity. So it's Schmidt and Tranter again. This has been an important matchup. Tranter, as we mentioned, one of the best face-off men in the country. He wins it and gets the ground ball himself. Sheds off Tranter, carries it now. Shot doesn't reach all the way to Lynch. It came from Angelopoulos, the Niskayuna first year. Shot was blocked in front, but Bates will maintain possession. And have 60 seconds here in the shot clock. And Doyle bounces that one in. Stayed out of the crease. And it's a big run here for the Bobcats. 3 straight goals for Bates. Pardon me, make it 4 straight goals for Bates. It's Gray Doyle, Hartman, and Goldbach on this 4-goal run after Union was able to tie things up 4-4 5 minutes into the second quarter. 6:15 remain. Schmidt kicks it in the face-off won by Bates. Irisari is going to turn it over. Never really turned upfield. Union saves the possession here. 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Bates up by 4. This possession is going to start with Emmett Line. Line with 11 goals and 4 assists last season in his junior year. Powers begins his dodge. Takes it down to the X. Popko. Holland to his left. Line. In front in traffic. Taylor's shot goes wide. Union stays with it with 48 to go on the shot clock. Holland is pushed off his line. Good defense by Dane Jones there. Taylor. Cross pass to Popko, who deposits his 4th of the game. 4 for number 44. As Union stops the bleeding, is now down just by 3 here in the latter half of the second quarter. So Popko starts his season the same way he did last year by scoring 4. He's 1 away from his career high of 5 that he scored last season. Or excuse me, his season high was 5 points last season against Tufts. He had 4 goals for a season high several times. 4 against Vassar. So 1 away from a career best for Popko. The Science, Technology, and Society major. So a double major for the 6'2" senior out of Laddingtown, New York. Back-to-back possessions here for Union. Looking to start stringing together some goals of their own as they've hopefully weathered the storm of the 4-goal run from the Bobcats. Salit. And Bensley. Now it's behind at the X. Bensley. Make it Popko instead. 5 for Popko. Walker Popko is trying to take this one over and bring his team back in it. Mike Wall gets the assist on Popko's 5th of the game. Wall had 9 assists last year. And Walker Popko with 34 goals last year, already with 5 here. Back-to-back goals of his own as Union is punching back here against the Bobcats. Tranter, this is the big one, and he gets the face-off win. And almost a yard sale, but it's going to be a penalty. And that's huge from Tranter. Tranter standing at 5'5", going up against the All-American preseason faceoff guy for the Bobcats. Almost a foot taller than him is Schmidt, but Tranter is able to come through and get that faceoff win and draw a man-up chance here. The special teams are out there for Union as they trail 8-6. It's the second penalty of the game against Dane Jones, who is taking a knee there on the sideline, hoping he doesn't have the same fate as last time he was taking a knee. Union looking to get their 3rd straight goal here and really make a big statement answering back. Have to figure Popko is going to factor into this one. Ball's on the opposite side of the field, and that looks like he was off the post. Union will get a fresh 60. Line with his back to the net. Whistled. Good timeout there by Withford. Timeout here as the face-off is over, or excuse me, the man-up chance is over. 3.5 minutes left to go in the first half. We'll take a quick break here as Union tries to get their 3rd goal in a row, trailing 8-6 against Bates. Both teams even. Bates back to even strength after killing off a penalty for the first time. Union now 1 for 2 on the man up. But either way, Union looking to get themselves right back in dangerous position here against Bates. Popko already with 5 goals today. He has it, but with distance and the long stick on him, as Teddy Rosen is probably going to be matched up with Popko the rest of the way to make sure he doesn't hurt the Bobcats as much more, if that's possible. Turnover there, though, for Union without getting the shot off. 2:45 left here in the second quarter. Union had the initial advantage at 2-0. Bates went up 4-2, tied up at 4-4, and now it's 8-6. Ball up for grabs. Who's going to come away with it? A big fight for it, and it's Union, who answers right back with a caused turnover of their own, and the clear is successful. John Sula came up with it. He's been having a great game. He had the assist on Popko's goal at the end of the first quarter, and now with 4 ground balls. Popko, stick and ball on his right side. He's turned away. Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch Teddy Rosen and Popko matched up the rest of the way here. Powers, he opened the scoring today for Union. Mackay Taylor, back to Powers. Union working with it on the left side, but trying to get a shot off from the right-handed attackers. Nice play in front and line, scores! He caught that pass from his knees and turned and fired. He pretty much shot that one with his back to the goal, and Union is back in business here with 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. Bates now on their heels. Truly a game of runs here is Lacrosse, and we've already seen several of them, but Union wasted no time answering back from trailing by 4. They find themselves down by 1, and can they have the same type of heroics as they had in the first quarter, where they got a game-tying goal at 3-3 with 0 seconds or milliseconds left on the clock. Here's Schmidt, his pass in front, shot wide and picked up, stays in bounds. Goldbach kept it from going out as we're under 1 minute to play here in the first half. Bates could hold it as the shot clock is above, but they decide to shoot and they score. Mason Prout with 52 seconds gives Bates their 9th goal of the game. And that rejuvenates the Bobcat bench. Tranter and Schmidt lining up again here. Less than 1 minute to go in the first half. Tranter just trying to get every advantage he can. Whistled there. As Bates now will have it with the last 30 seconds here in the first half, leading 9-7. One eye on the clock here for Bates, waiting to make their move, making sure that they have the last possession. And really, you can't even leave 10 seconds on the clock, because Union showed that that's too much time, as they scored with 10 seconds on the clock in the first quarter. Pass is high and out of bounds, so just about the same amount of time as last time. Can Union replicate from the first? Lynch, 5 seconds. Doesn't look like they're really going to try it as Lynch, oh, that could have been really costly as Lynch threw that one away with too much time left and then was a little bit slow getting back into his post. Bates took a shot on the open net but missed wide, fortunately for the Garnet Chargers, as they trail by 2 after the first half of play. Leading scorers for Union, how can you forget Walker Popko with 5, Emmett Line and Powers both with a goal each. No Garnet Charger has more than 1 assist. On the face-off, it's been Luke Tranter the whole time. He's 6 for 16 on the X. For Bates's camp, Hartman and Goldbach both with 2 goals each, and then 5 other teammates with a goal apiece. Doing the passing, Gray Doyle has a playmaker with 3 assists, and Goldbach has 2 assists to go along with his 2 goals. Toland, 4 saves for Bates. Lynch, 6 saves for Union. And, of course, on the face-off, it's Schmidt, 9 for 15. But Ryan Chung has come in and had some good performances. He's 2 for 2 so far on the X as well in relief of Schmidt. But we'll take a break here. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the second half of action here of Union versus Bates in men's lacrosse. Welcome back, folks. Coming out of halftime here as Union trails Bates 9-7 in the 2026 opener of this Division III lacrosse season for both sides. Miles Schmidt has been dominant on the X so far today, and now a little bit of administrative advantage as well for him, as he points out that Tranter may not be eligible, maybe because of a face-off violation that he racked up, one too many of them. My apologies if I wasn't catching that. But Union will earn the possession here to start the game in the second half. The story on Union's side, they had the early lead. Walker Popko helped bring him back into it. Trailed by 1 at one point here after trailing 8-4. But Bates got the last goal of the second quarter to build its 2-goal lead that it currently holds on to. However, Union will get the first crack at it here. Is that one off the pipe? Holland from the left side ripped that one off of the woodwork. Allen surveying. Dane Jones has been playing a key role on defense here. And then the yard sale there by Teddy Rosen coming in with his long pole and stripping Union's attacker. And Union doesn't come away with a shot here in its opening possession. 1 minute gone by so far. Both team with a power play goal, with a man-up goal here in this one. Unions came on their first possession after using all 80 seconds of the shot clock before a penalty on Jones set up Powers for the first goal of the season for Union. Doyle to Hartman. Hartman has 2 today. Jones's pass is broken up. Sula made the play there, and he'll get Union to clear. Trailing the play now. Mike Wall. Sula looks like he's trying to get off the field here after coming up with another caused turnover. Sula with his second takeaway of the game. Sula's been really impressive in this one, leading the team in ground balls as well. Salit. And now to Bensley. Bensley with ball on his left. 30 seconds in the shot clock. And another unforced error. It's been a little sloppy today for Union. But they get the turnover right back. Bates fails to clear. Shot ripped and saved. McGovern tried it after coming up with the takeaway. Eighth different player today with a caused turnover is McGovern for Union. Sula leads the way with 2. And as I mentioned in the ground ball department, Sula also pacing the team with 5. Line pressured. Can't corral the pass. Stays with Union. Popko looking for 6. Shot. Save. And Toland will corral it. Walker Popko, 6'2" from Laddingtown, New York, working on a career day now with 5 goals. Foul off the ball will give Union possession here. Neither team has scored so far as we're 4 minutes into play here in the second half. Who will blink first? Powers coming into the play. Here's Popko on his left. Shot from the point. Save. Ground ball picked up. I don't know if he was able to get the second shot off. Was Luke Allen regardless. There will be a penalty here to give Union its third man-up chance of the game. Riley McClure coming out of play. He's the leading scorer for Bates from a season ago. "30 seconds with a man up here looking to crack through for the first time in the second half for either side is Union. Powers. Culkins, his shot, saved. Tolan coming up with another big one. Give him 8 saves today in the game. Failed clear. Bates was originally 5 for 5 on the clear. Since then, 3 for 5 as they turn it over on the clear, failing to get across for the second time today. Popko. And he gets the assist on this one as Garrett Salit finds the back of the net for his first career goal, assisted by Popko. And Union strikes first to bring themselves within 1. Salit from Hyannis, Massachusetts. The midfielder getting his first career goal here in his first season in Schenectady. Eight goals for Union. 5 of them from Popko. Union's going to get another man-up chance. That last one was not on the man-up, but still coming after a penalty on McClure. And tie ball game. Mackay Taylor rips one home, this time on the power play. Man-up goal for Union ties us back up. It's 9-9 now. Union coming out in the second half the same way they started the first with the first 2 goals. Was not a man-up goal. I apologize for that, but now Union will have the extra man opportunity for a full minute after the slash against Cooper Ray. So big moment here in the game. Tranter comes up with another face-off win. Union dominating in the opening 5-6 minutes here of the second half. 2 goals to none for Bates. A second man-up opportunity already. Line to Popko. Powers. And Culkins. Swung around. Popko. Defended by Aiden Cunningham. His shot and goal. 6 for Popko. Union takes the lead. It's a man-up goal for Popko, and he's got 6. Popko's going absolutely nuclear. 6 of Union's 10 goals today. Union back in front. 8:23 left in the third quarter. Peter Kipp had 6 goals last season, but the season high for Popko, Wall, and Kipp in goals was all 4. So we're going to have to do some digging here to find the last time a Union player had 6 goals or more in a game. Michael Shaw in 2024 against Vassar found the back of the net 6 times. Popko having a career day in Union, looking for more. Shot is blocked. Picked up by Popko, coming in. 7! Make it 7 for Popko. Oh, my goodness. Speechless here in Schenectady. Walker Popko. He's doing it all. Picks up the ground ball and puts Union up by 2 with 7:24 left here in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break here, try to find some more historical moments here from Union. We'll be back. Well, Union fans probably remember the last time a player had 7 goals in a game. It was Peter Burns in 2022 against Western New England on that magical run to the national championship game. And now Walker Popko joins Burns, the first player to score 7 times in a game since that magical season in Schenectady. Plenty of time for more, though, for Popko. Maybe not crazy to start thinking about double digits for the senior. In the meantime, Union holding on to a 2-goal lead that they've just inherited. Shot from distance saved. Toland comes up with a stop here for the first time in a while. It's his 8th save of the game. Bates fails to clear again. 3rd failed clear of the game now for Bates. The wheels are falling off for the Bobcats now. We were supposed to have some inclement weather, talks maybe about moving this game up to noon. Looks like that was the right decision to hold off on that, as really haven't seen much precipitation at all. Been some unforced errors, but really the weather I don't think making much of a difference in this one. Certainly not for Popko. As the dive at the crease goes for line. No, they're going to say he stepped into the crease. It's going to be coming the other way. Emmett Line tried to dive in, keeping the toes out. Was unable to do so. Now coming quickly the other way. Jack Goldbach already with 2 on the doorstep. Doesn't get the goal there, and since that shot attempt was on the break going in transition, no one was back there to earn possession for Bates, and Union quickly gets another crack at it, looking to go up for 3 and get their largest lead of the game. They led by 2 early on in the first. Bates went up by as many as 4, but it's an extended run now for Union that has them up 11-9 with 5 minutes to go. 4 straight goals, all unanswered here in the second half for Union. Bates hasn't had an answer. Popko in front, stopped. And again, stepping into the crease. So twice, Union has been able to get right in front of Toland, but unable to convert. That's still 2 really good chances on goal. And even Lyons did find the back of the net. Just a crease violation. Popko with 8 points, 7 goals, 1 assist. Most goals in a game since Peter Burns in 2022. Four and a half minutes to go here. Bates looking to stop a skid where they've given up 4 straight goals, haven't scored this half. It's over a 10-minute drought now for the Bobcats. Goldbach from the X, trying to choose a side, surveying. He makes a run. Shot from his right side is saved. Actually not saved. That one went wide. 24 seconds here on the shot clock. Doyle turns the corner. Shot goes high. Was touched by Lynch. As they'll get a fresh 60. Union out shooting Bates 26-25, just a 1-shot advantage. That's total shots, not shots on goal. All alone, shot from distance. That one off the corner. That one looked like it may have found the back of the net out of the stick of McClure, but no. Good defensive effort here so far on McClure, who only has 1 goal. It's the leading scorer for the Bobcats, has been held relatively in check. Goldbach doesn't try it. Tells the ref to get out of his way. 30 seconds on the shot clock here on a second chance possession for the Bobcats. McClure fires wide. Out of bounds, stays with the Bobcats. 26 seconds. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Union, a 4-goal run to start this third quarter, has put them up by 2. Poked away, but recovered. Regardless, good play there by Luke Foster to disrupt the Bobcats. McClure, great dodge shot, step to his left. That one is saved. So Lynch coming up with a couple of big plays there. He's got 9 saves now, brings his save percentage back up to 50%. Union has cleared successfully. The lights are on here. 2.5 minutes to go. Mackay Taylor may start the long dodge here. He's put off his line by Jones. Jones has played a really good game so far. Excuse me, that was Cooper Ray on that one. Taylor, off 1 foot. Shots off target. Mike Wall will reset. 27 seconds on the shot clock. We're under 2 minutes to play here in the third. Line. Here's Popko going up against Rosen, and the screen, the pick play is going to go against Union. Line tried to set a pick for Popko and just did a little bit too much, heading the other way. Union does get a shot off there. Goldbach trying to make something happen now. Bates still looking for their first goal of the half. Rule, he already has a goal today. Foster coming all the way out to guard him with his long pole. Now here's Lowe. His shot saved and picked up. Kyle Goodwin, the junior, with the ground ball. Goodwin with 5 ground balls in this one now. Sula leading the way with 6. Can Union make it 5 straight? There's 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Salit leaves it for Bensley. Bensley from the corner can give a run at a long dodge. Nobody's going to bring it to the X instead. He's got an eye on the clock, turning over his shoulder to see the time behind him. Now he'll begin his run. Gets past one man, but Rosen is there after. Good slide there by Rosen. Behind the back, off the post. Oh, Popko almost did it to him with 3 seconds left. That would have been quite a way to get your 8th goal of the game with a behind-the-back goal. But nonetheless, Union looks like it's going to shut out Bates here in the third quarter. A 4-goal run unanswered by the Bobcats has the Garnet Chargers up 11-9 with 15 minutes to play in regulation. We'll take a quick breather and be right back here in Schenectady for the final quarter of action between Union and Bates. Ryan Chung is out there. He wins another faceoff. He's been good in relief of Schmidt. As Bates is going to have the ball here to start the fourth quarter, and a delayed penalty coming up will send them to the man up. Schmidt, who was being a big influence on this game, he was dominant at the X early on, has kind of been held a little bit in check here by Luke Tranter, who's won just about half of his faceoffs for Union. Xander Frey, his shot, he thought it went in. It hit the side of the netting. Fooled the Bates bench a little bit. May have fooled me as well. Bates here is going to have a good look at stopping this 4-goal run for Union, as there's going to be a slash call on Owen Faldy. It's going to put him on a knee for 60 seconds. Bates 1 for 2 on the extra man. Union 2 for 4, taking advantage of special teams in this one. And that's the difference now with a 2-goal lead for the Garnet Chargers. Still a ton to play. Pass in front to the doorstep, and McClure stops the bleeding, gets the man-up goal. His second of the game brings the Bobcats back within 1. Union unable to build a bigger lead than they had in the first quarter, as they now trail by 1. Their biggest lead of the night so far has been 2. Bates' biggest lead has been 4. It's Chung back out there against Tranter. Ryan Chung, a first year from Dix Hills, New York, Half Hollows Hills West High School. I want to say he's been perfect on the X so far, and that may... No, it's not his first loss of the game. Chung is now 4 for 6 on the day. Union has a chance to answer right back after their 4-goal run has been stopped. Powers. His pass broken up, now coming quickly the other way. Here's Jones with a head of steam. His shot, goal, tie ball game. Jones with a big play end to end, scooping up the ground ball and making Union pay for that one, getting past Lynch, and we're all tied up again here, 11-11. Jones is first of the game from Slingerlands, New York. Bethlehem Central. Another fairly local kid here on this Bates team. We've been treated to a really good one here in the first game of the year. Both sides looking to start 2026 off on the right foot. Union, a season they want to forget from last year, and this is the perfect way to turn the page. Getting a big, hard-fought victory here against Bates. And Bates coming off of a loss in the quarterfinals of the NESCAC playoffs, looking to start their season the same way they did last year, with a victory. Goldbach gets his hat trick to put Bates back in front. He came in from behind the net, turned the corner on Lynch, and snuck it by him. Jack Goldbach, his third of the game. Goldbach from New Jersey stands at 5'11". His fourth hat trick. Tranter gets crushed on that one, and it's going to be another man up chance for Union. George Angelopoulos the first year from Niskayuna, coming back home here to Schenectady. He's going to take a knee here for a minute. So special teams really factoring into this one now late, as Union will have its 5th chance on the man up of the game. Salit, he has a goal. He's trading passes up top with Line. The 2-man game between those two. Powers. Looking for an opening. Shot. That one was blocked. Union will still have 45 seconds as they come up with the ground ball. Powers swinging it around. Salit. Popko. Salit. In front on the doorstep. Diving shot. Another crease violation here. That took up just about all of the man up. Bates will only have to kill off 12 seconds, which they most likely will do here on their clearing attempt. They successfully get across the line and can set up their offense back at even strength. 11 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Bates back on top, 12-11. It's been a back-and-forth game. 7 goals tonight from Walker Popko. Has delivered punch after punch to keep his team in the game, keeping his team alive, even building a 2-goal lead here late in the 3rd quarter. But Bates, after going scoreless in the 3rd, has answered back with 3 of their own. Longest scoring run for either team has been 4. They've both done it once. Bates trying to do it for a 2nd time now. Shot saved by Lynch. Picked up. And a fresh 60 for the Bobcats. Doyle. And behind it, Goldbach. He's been the leading man for the Bobcats so far. McClure relatively held in check. He's got 2 today. Oh, huge hit in front. The flags fly from all 3 officials. And as Union touches that one up, Bates is going to go back to the man up. Wearing that one was Liam Rule, the senior from Seattle, Washington. Took a lick there. Looks like he's all right, and he's going to hype up his teammates after drawing a man-up opportunity for his team. There were several Garnet Chargers in on that play, but taking the knee for Union is going to be Mike Wall. Wall broke through as a senior last year with 13 goals, 9 assists. Converted on 42% of his shot attempts last season. So when he chose to shoot it, he usually knew what he was doing. It's actually not going to be Wall. As I said, there was multiple players in on that play, and even Union didn't know who's going to get charged with it. So instead of taking the knee for Union Wall, it's going to actually be Jack Roycroft, a first year from Westwood, Massachusetts, taking the knee for a full 60 seconds with 9:51 left. All right, and I walk it back. Oh, all right. And this is a huge moment in this game, as we've seen the man up be pretty consequential. Both teams with 2 man up goals tonight, but this one's going to be unreleasable. So for a full 60 seconds, especially if Schmidt can answer back on the face-off, the Bobcats could have several looks at this one with the extra man, already holding a 1-goal lead with 9.5 to play. Stripped. What a good play there. Owen Faldy. He got tripped up, and the clearing attempt for Union is unsuccessful, but still, that still killed off about 25 seconds off the clock of this man advantage, an unreleasable one against Roycroft. Fans in the crowd here wanted a tripping penalty. Did not get one. McCann trading passes up top. He'll take a step down. His one goes high. Lethal step down there from McCann. 6'4" freshman. First year from New Jersey, already with a goal today. He can really let it fly using the leverage from his height. Union's able to kill off the man up. They get back to even strength here. Believe that's the first time Union's killed off a penalty successfully tonight. Unforced error does not hurt Bates, as Sullivan's able to come up with the ground ball. And referees want 10 seconds on the shot clock as they determine there was not a change of possession. The shot clock reset inadvertently. 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Turn in the corner. Saved by Lynch. That one may have gotten past Lynch and gone off the pipe. We've seen a lot of shots go off of the woodwork today. We've seen 23 goals in total, and there could be a few more just missing by a slim margin. 7 of those 23 goals, though, have come from none other than Walker Popko. Sullivan passes, broken up by Sula. Sula's had an awesome game. He's really left his mark on this one so far. And then coming up with the, almost coming up with the cause turnover there. He stripped McClure for a second, but just couldn't keep it in his stick. And this time, Bates will get the full reset, as Sula had possession momentarily. Pass in front, McClure. Hat trick for McClure. You can't keep him quiet forever. Riley McClure, his third of the game as a junior. The Georgetown, Massachusetts native puts Bates back up by 2. So if the third quarter was all Union, Bates is making the fourth quarter theirs. The second 4-goal run for Bates comes at an opportune time here in the fourth quarter, midway through the final period of play. 7:10 left. Oh, this has been an absolute treat. This is exactly the way you want to start your season if you're a fan. But both of these teams trying to make sure they come up on the right end. Another flag flies. We're going to see another man-up opportunity for Union coming up here in a moment. .55 seconds on the shot clock, 6:41 remaining in the game. Union trying to stop the bleeding. They've overcome one 4-goal run from Bates, looking to do it again here as they trail by 2. Line. And Bensley. Shot from up top. Goes wide. Mac McGovern was off the target. It'll stay with Union, and when they get onto the field, there'll be a man up. The 6th extra man opportunity tonight for Union. They've made Bates pay twice for it. However, Bates also scoring twice on the man up. So hoping to use this 1-minute extra man opportunity to get back in the scoring column and score their first goal of the fourth quarter. Popko. Line takes a lick. Cajun Babian laid a huge hit there on Line to force the turnover and get Bates headed the other way, reduced on the field. 30 seconds left in the man up opportunity. Lynch coming out of his position to field that ground ball and set Union up going the other way. Oh, that really stinks for Union as they were looking at 30 seconds about of a man-up opportunity headed the other way, and the two long poles couldn't connect on the pass in transition. Bates probably just going to run this one now, try to get back to even strength, and then continue looking for their 5th straight goal. "23 turnovers for Union, 9 of them caused by Bates. So more than half of Union's giveaways have been unforced, at least from a caused turnover perspective. You may not always, have someone causing a turnover still, but there's been 3 or 4 passes that undefended that have hit the turf and gone out of bounds for Union. Under 5 minutes to play here now. Goldbach, he turns, fires wide. It was off target. Lynch didn't get a finger on it. McClure just completed his hat trick. He's looking for more. Defended by Sula. And a turnover. Ball still on the turf. Union trying to clear. Connects on the pass this time and does successfully clear this one. Setting up the offense with Mike Wall. Both teams at even strength. There's 4 minutes to go. Union trailing by 2. Looking to stop a 4-goal run from Bates. Walker Popko. With 7 goals tonight and an assist. Turned over there by Rosen. Rosen headed the other way. It's actually Mason Prout. And the shot there is saved. So Prout coming up with a big turnover there, and it doesn't result in points on the other end. Prout coming up with another big defensive play. Union stays with it. Whistle blown. Timeout. Garnet Chargers. 3:15 to go. We'll use this as a little bit of a respite to prepare ourselves for an awesome ending here in Schenectady between the Garnet Chargers and the Bobcats. Statistics readily available up to 2004 for Union, and in that span, no player has had more than 7 goals. Popko only the second player in the last 20-plus years to have 7 goals, joining Peter Burns back in 2022. 3 minutes to go here. Union trails by 2. Need a score and a face-off win to be looking at a game-tying goal here. They've been able to weather the storm several times. Came back from a 4-goal deficit before stopping a 4-goal run. It's only 2 down now. Taylor. Popko, does he have 8 in him? Maybe 9 will be needed. Popko from distance. Pass to Taylor. Taylor goes 5-hole. Yes, sir. Massive goal there for the Garnet Chargers. 2:29 remaining. Mackay Taylor, his second of the game. The 9th point for Popko. All right, and now how about this matchup right here? Luke Tranter getting down there for Union. Miles Schmidt, preseason All-American. They'll battle for it here. This is a huge draw. Tripped up on the play. Schmidt will come up with it. Angelopoulos actually will get the ground ball there. His whistle will blow, and that's unfortunate. It seemed like Owen Faldy was able to come up with it. He's limping now, as he was kind of clotheslined, or at least had his feet swept out from under him. Derek Witherford pleading with the referees. That was a huge possession and a call there. No whistle on it, and it's going to set up Bates looking to go back up by 2 just after Mackay Taylor answers the bell. All right, what does Union's defense have in them? 11 saves for Lynch in goal. Needing 1 or 2, maybe 3 more in this one to help his team come back. Goldbach back up top. McCann teases the dodge. Keeping him at bay, though, with the long pole was Foster. 30 seconds left in the shot clock. 1.5 minutes left in the game. That's a big one. That's not necessarily the dagger, but it is a Hartman hat trick. His third of the game. 1:31 left. Back up by 2 go the Bobcats. Under 50% is Schmidt, but he won the last one when it mattered. Can he win another one here when it matters even more? Tranter. He's down there trying to come up big. Schmidt just runs away with it. Schmidt not going to go too quickly as he defers, and Jones and company will reset. Union's going to have to apply all-out pressure. Ball's on the turf. And that's a huge play. Partially in on that one was Kyle Goodwin. Coming out. There's a frenzy, and it looks like it's going to be a goal for Union. And the flag's down on the play. Oh, what a huge sequence of events. Union causes a turnover 40 yards away from the goal. Bates was most likely not even going to try to shoot it, and they were all the way back at midfield when they turned it over from Goodwin and company. Do we have a good goal? There's 1:07 left. Currently reads 14-13. There will be a man-up opportunity here for Union, so they'll get the ball. And we got a new goalie as well coming in. Drew Nias coming in with 1 minute left. What a huge spot here for the senior from Lake Oswego, Oregon. Schmidt, he comes up and saves Nias from looking at a shot here, and he wins another face-off. That's 3 straight face-off wins for Schmidt here in crunch time. Less than a minute to go. Bates has the ball. Up 14-13. A swarm of Garnet Chargers. Timeout, Bates. All right, we've got a minute left, less than a minute left, and this game has seen just about everything. Both teams with multiple man-up goals. Both teams with 4-goal runs. Bates has done it twice. Union had the first lead of the game at 2-0, and then also Union went on a 4-goal run in the third quarter, shutting out the Bobcats in that 15 minutes. But Bates has used another 4-goal run here in the fourth quarter to be back up top. 14-13. Union is on the man up. However, Miles Schmidt, dominating as of late on the X, has won 3 straight for his Bobcats, keeping the ball out of Union's possession as they have the man up looking for the equalizer. And how can you forget? Walker Popko, 7 goals tonight, the most since 2022, one of 2 players since 2004 for Union to score 7 times in a single game. Does he have 1 or 2 more? Seems really selfish and greedy to ask a guy who scored 7 times to get you 2 more, but that may just be the case for Union, turning to their senior captain. Line and Taylor have also scored twice on the doorstep of a hat trick. Salit and Powers scoring once. Bates has 3 players, a hat trick of hat tricks for the Bobcats, Hartman, McClure, and Goldbach. But all of that to get us to this point, 50 seconds left. Union has the man up for a majority of that time, 43 seconds. A new goalie in the game for Bates. This has been an awesome game. Two defenders here for Union marking on the ball. He threw it right away. Bates turned it over immediately. But Lynch, he's pressured and he turns it right back over. Ball still loose. Oh, massive ground ball there from Cantaros. Oh, that is a huge sequence. There's 30 seconds left. Union's on the man up for 20 more of those. Oh, this is huge. Timeout, Union. Oh, my goodness. Do we have time to even recall what just happened? Oh, that was unbelievable. What a sequence there from the Garnet Chargers. Jack Goldbach. He has a hat trick tonight. He was tasked with resetting it here for the Bobcats, and he turns it over. Nick Lynch comes up with a ground ball, and he almost turns it right back over. Charlie Cantaros comes up with the ground ball, saving the possession, and essentially the game for Union. And Union's able to clear it and call a timeout. They've got 26 seconds left. They got 19 of that will be on the man up. They're looking at a player in the crease for Bates. Jamison Eigel, who has not faced a shot tonight. Jamison Eigel is going to have to come up with a huge save or 2 here for his team after not even getting a shot faced. He hasn't seen a shot since the sun was still up back at 4 o'clock during warm-ups. Now he's going to have to be the hero here for his team. And, just for a little bit of added flair, one of the players on the other side has 7 goals tonight. It's Popko, who's playing with the 3 passes here around the outside. A 4th man comes into the fray on the perimeter. Powers has it. Popko now. In front, line, save! Oh, what a play by Eigel! There's 1 second left. Oh, Eigel comes up at a huge moment. In front! Shot doesn't go off, and Bates wins it. 14-13. What a win by the Bobcats, and what a play by the senior goalie. Making a save on the only shot he sees of the night and saving it for the Bobcats. Oh, what an amazing game here in Schenectady. Really unfortunate one of these teams had to go down, but that's how it rolls here. We really saw it all for the Garnet Chargers. Spoiling Walker Popko's career day, a historical game for this program. Only the second time a player has scored 7 goals in a game since Peter Burns in 2022, as records go back to 2004. Got to give a ton of credit to Bates coming here, making the trip up, getting here this morning, and having a huge game. That'll do it here from Schenectady. It promises to be an amazing season for both of these teams. Just a small road bump for Union here as they start the season 0-1, but a lot to write home about and be proud of. Special teams on both sides coming up with big goals. And that will do it. Thanks for joining me for this one. We hope to see you again soon. Union will be playing this Saturday at 1 at home, and you can hear my partner, Connor Collette. He'll be on the call for that one. I'll be celebrating Senior Day with the Union men's hockey team. But until then, have a good night. Thanks for watching.